know where you at. It's Real Garage Talk every Thursday and Saturday at 9 o'clock. We're going to give y'all a few minutes to get your beverages ready as normal. Around here, we drinking a little cognac. We ain't going to tell you what kind of cognac. They ain't paying us.
Huh.
We want you to go ahead and get your wine glasses. If you drink Metamucil, is that what it is? Get your coffee or your Metamucil. It is what it is.
Today we
it's gonna be a wild, rough ride. It's gonna be a lot of different opinions.
yeah, we finishing off with Black History Month, shortest month in the year. We ain't touched on this yet. So not that it's really gonna be Black History Month, we just want to touch on something that's relevant to our people, you know, before the month end. Not that this will be the only time we talk about it, of course, because we us. And we talk about us all the time. But we're gonna do it just for the sake of doing it today. We're gonna be just kind of referencing what the state of what Black America is today. You know what I'm saying? So once we give y'all time to get situated, we're gonna take off on that.
That's a good thing for you to settle down, settle in. You know what I mean? Hopefully you done had your hot shower. You relax. Cause this one going, like I said, man, I can't tell you what this one gonna end at. And I can't tell you how long it's gonna be. It's gonna be a ride.
And y'all know we finna go in today. We got Black Russ in the house.
Boy, Black Russ is in the building.
We got
I
Black
like that.
Russ in the building. Y'all know Black Russ. Huh?
Alright, well, we're on the countdown. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Every Thursday and Saturday at 9 p.m.
Every Thursday and Saturday.
Real Garage Talk.
Hey, we gotta go, we need y'all. We need y'all. We trying to get 100 shares tonight. We need y'all to do it. We got 4 of them right here. We need 96 of y'all to share this tonight.
Ooh, that's hard pushing that button. Huh?
Alright, let's go ahead and take off, man. Welcome back to another episode of Real Garage Talk. I am Mr. Talvin.
I'm Lynn T.
And I'm Nathan.
And we have a guest tonight. Y'all familiar with Russ. He's no longer called just Russ. That is Black Russ. So if you see him in the streets, that's Black Russ. That's what it is. Tonight's episode, we talking about, are we Black or are we American, or what are we? What do we really want to be called? What are we really, and what are our intentions anymore? And tonight, Lynn T gonna kick things off, and from that point on, listen, it's gonna go where it go.
All right, so the idea of the topic tonight, are we Black or are we American? This kind of something I thought about based on the idea that a lot of the society today is kind of split in my eyes as far as our race goes, as far as our culture goes, because a lot of the younger generation they just really engrafted into what society is today and how society works. I mean, it's almost they feel like there's no difference between them and anybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing in some aspects, and it's a bad thing in other aspects. With the older crowd, and myself and people my age, a little younger, we know what it is that's going on behind closed doors. We know what's going on, you know, in a lot of cases, right in your face. And we don't accept it as because, you know, you're making a little money today, or, you know, you're a little bit more visible than you were in the past. That means everything's all good. Everything's not all good. You know, we still a long way from being equal. We still a long way from having our fair share of the pot. So should we, because a few more of us have found avenues to get it, you know what I'm saying, or a few more of us have been let through the cracks?
To get what?
To get to that American dream, or, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get them, pull themselves out of bad situations.
Am I crazy for thinking like this, right? Did I catch on?
No, that's what y'all always do, so they should be used to it by now. So go on.
finish.
No, I'm not. Go on, say what you got to say.
But I personally feel like the American dream was sold to us more than anybody else. And I say that because before money was like heavily involved in our neighborhoods, man, we got along real good with each other. And then when money was introduced, and I believe, I could be wrong, but it was introduced through drugs, right? So hold on, just listen to me, right? You watch the first dope boy get money, and then everybody started watching that person get money, and then everybody started feeling like, I need money. I want a piece of the American dream. And then it went from that to, you know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about family anymore. I feel like that far as...
I mean, the family aspect of it may have got hurt by drugs, but to say...
But I'm saying not just family, because of the community.
Yeah, you're saying the community when we was broke. Because let's face it, they put you in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an ideal place that you want to be? Because they put you there, that's what you want to say. Hold up. You said they put you in the hood, and when we didn't have money, we was cool being in the hood. Because nobody really wanted more than
I don't know if it was bad.
Who's to say we didn't have money though? Like we had money and it was our money. And it wasn't hoods until our grandparents died off and we didn't take care of it. And that's what made it hood.
So what
it was lively,
so
pumping places.
What was it?
It wasn't low income area.
No, it wasn't low income. Listen, back here, what it's called, New City.
We're gonna let people talk.
New City, that's what it's called back there. Now it's run down back there with Lime Street, behind man, look, Al Capone used to hide back there, man. Melbourne was alive and popping. Zora Neale Hurston stayed in the galley 3 times. This was live and popping area. These places were founded by us.
They weren't considered hood?
No, they're not hood at all.
They wasn't considered hood, though.
Absolutely not.
I'm talking about to surrounding areas.
No, who cares about surrounding areas? It was by us, for us, and we did it. And our money stayed into it. It's not considered hood.
So what
now.
happened?
We stopped caring. When our grandfathers and stuff died off, and they own their houses, we stopped caring. And we let our own stuff deteriorate, and now we mad at them because they want to buy it up.
I can't necessarily agree with that. It wasn't, just because you doing straight by your standards, don't mean that it's not hood. We weren't wealthy, and not just because we own the houses. The houses wasn't expensive to have. The land wasn't as valuable. So it wasn't, they put you in the area for a reason. You know, people, let me finish. They put you in the area for a reason. Now, whether you're able to thrive in the area or not, they don't care. As long as I don't care about the area, I can do what y'all want. As soon as I care about it, I'm gonna move y'all. But we got the best, the prime real estate land. Y'all grandparents stuff, y'all got money, but my grandma went to work for white people. She cleaned their houses. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody cleaning our house. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no big giant houses in our neighborhood. Even though we kept the money there, whatever the case was, we were doing good. You know, we always talked about. You couldn't tell me my house wasn't fly when I was a jitterbug in Melbourne. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
AC was kicking extra hard, even though the room was about, you know what I'm saying, yay big, and 2 or 3 of us stepping up on it. I was proud when y'all bought in my crib. But I go back to that same house today and look at the room, like the size of it. Bruh, we appreciated small stuff just because we were used to that. You see, and it seemed like more than what it was. Now, we weren't even introduced to things better than that outside of Melbourne. So it was straight. Now, if you were talking about like everybody's probably aware of now, like Black Wall Street and these different places like that, what they actually had thriving business, that whole environment, economy. Hold on. The whole economy was based on black enterprise, period. But like in Ghana, the whole of our economy, man, white people bought this stuff up.
No, sir.
No, the Pratt's, one of the Pratt's, ain't that their name?
Yeah.
That got all this land from these people out here. They ain't know what they had. They bought all the land from them. That's why they're as wealthy as they are out here.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
You know back here they took that land. The land in Palm Bay, they took. Ain't nobody buy nothing, they took that land.
I don't know if I'm talking about Melbourne. I'm not sure.
Melbourne was thriving.
We know it.
Y'all know who Zora Neale Hurston is?
No, I do not.
She one of the pillars in our community with the books and everything else. Egali was a spot, like, we can say Egali was the Florida Harlem. She lived here 3 times.
I don't know where you're going.
This was a live and pumping place. Big gangsters was Al Capone. He hiding out in Melbourne because he know, look, man, anybody coming here, but
Because ain't nothing. It is a
No.
spot. Cause you think about it now.
who looking for him?
No.
Al Capone. Who looking for him?
Okay.
We had it and we living. In comparison is the thief of all joy.
What?
Comparison is the thief of all joy. Poor, we go looking at what they got.
Were we poor?
No, we not poor.
Go ahead.
Poor is the man who only have his money. I never thought about money growing up because we had more than money. We had love, we had companionship, we had friendships, we had excitement, we had joy. Money was not the focus of anything. Whatever we did together. And we thrived and we lived very well.
And back to what I said in the beginning, what made it change? We started chasing.
We trying to be like them.
Exactly.
But see, that's us trying to be like them. Think about this. America has the most sickness, right? At least third world countries are more happier. Suicide rates are non-existent. And they're healthier. But we got money. So tell me, how is money a good thing when you don't have your health and you dying for it?
I was saying that in the beginning.
Dream is American nightmare.
That's what I was saying in the beginning. The American dream was we were sold some bullshit. We bid. Now here it is. Everybody got a nice piece of change.
The American dream was never for us. That's not us. We not here for no American dream. You want to come in. Hey, look. You gotta understand. Two sets of people came on boats. You know, there's a set of people that came looking for freedom, running away from the rulers and where they at. And there was a set of people chained up under boats that got here. One has an American dream. Yet, those people who came under the boats are the pillars of the society. They built the pillars of the society. They built the White House. In this mess, they building gas masks and cotton gins and all this other stuff together. It doesn't even matter what's going on because we stay together. Slavery couldn't break the family. The dope gang couldn't break the family. The United States gang can't break the family. So guess what? They say, well, let me feed them some bull and let them break up their own family.
You know what I thought about
That's
that?
what broke up the family was the drug game.
No.
The drug game broke the family
You're
up.
right,
bro.
you're right.
The drug game in the 80s broke the family up. Because after the main leaders started dying off, like in the 60s, 70s, you had Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Once those were like the main cats during that time that was trying to keep the black communities together, didn't mind getting out there doing the footwork, trying to make the black community stronger. So once they died, it was easy for the government to infiltrate our community. Start putting in drugs, start telling women, yo, if you need help from us, then you gotta get rid of the man, get him out the house. And so all this stuff just became a trickling effect, you know what I mean? And then we just, whatever we learned over the course of the years growing up, because most of us ain't have fathers in the house. Positive fathers, you know what I'm saying? If they was there, most of us didn't have that. So who do we look at as influential? Drug dealers. They had the cars.
You think that
had
happened
the money.
because of the fathers went out, or that was already happening?
That happened because a lot of times the father wasn't
Come
there.
on, bro.
It's a fact.
Not back then.
Back then, in the
Man,
80s,
the fathers was there.
In the 80s.
No, man, we got big-eyed. We wanted something that really wasn't for us, and we seen somebody with it, and then we was like, man, I want that too. And from that point on, cause you got father, you got.
How did we get big eyed? How did we get big eyed? It was the drugs. It was the drugs. What else was it? What was in the hood that was influencing us? Because we wasn't looking at the everyday man going to work as somebody that was influential to us. We was looking at the dude that had the ill bins, who had the girls every day. You know what I'm saying? At least from where I'm coming from, that's how we were looking at it. You know what I'm saying? So the dude that had the 9 to 5 or was going to school, he wasn't that dude to us. It was the dude that was making money. So it was easier for the kids because kids are more easier to manipulate than adults. So the things that we saw, it's like, damn, I want to get that. So once we start chasing that lifestyle, then your childhood was over with. You know what I'm saying? And it just became a trickle effect. There wasn't no body positive like that in the community. Most people were scared of the people in the community.
Hold on. NT, what you got?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
I can't. It's in every
You
atom.
can't agree to
in
everything
every
you say.
atom. There's just as many electrons as it is protons. It's just as many negative as it is positive.
Okay.
For just as many drug dealers, it was pastors and people going to work.
Okay.
But we seen that, and okay, this is what I want. I don't want this. This not glamorous. I don't want this. I don't want the stability of a family coming home. I don't want that. I want these flashy things. So we can't put it on the people who going out there doing it, because all the dope boys who I knew, and who I know, it was never, hey man, this ain't the life you want.
That's real.
This ain't the life that you want.
Back then.
I'm out here doing this because I have to. You don't have to do this. So don't try to glorify this.
How many times did they say that, but because you're hard-headed and you still want to be down and you like what you see, you still gonna do it. It's just like your parents telling you, hey, you should do this, you should do that. But then you got some of us that's like, man, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to go to school. And we don't go to school. Exactly.
You absolutely
so at
right.
the end of the day, some things that you see, you perceive it as reality. Like, yo, that's what it is. And then you start to follow that lifestyle.
Let me ask you this. Are we black or are we American?
Neither.
So what you think?
Because are you the same color as his shirt?
Man, what the hell they
No,
gotta do?
because that's black. Are you that color? Show me the land of black. What language do black people speak?
Okay, so I see where you went with it, you know.
And as
but you
Americans,
understood,
we're
you
not
understand
Americans.
what I was asking.
We're citizens of America, but we're not Americans.
So what would you say we are?
We're Hebrews.
In your mind. I'm underneath you.
Even
You just
before
asked
that.
me.
I asked you, you asked the question. Are you asking the question?
Let's stick to focus. Now you saying, okay, we had these people and we hard-headed and we chose not to do these things. So we can't point to no, we got to look at the man in the mirror like Michael Jackson said. And we need to change his ways. And it ain't, if my mama telling me to do, hey, boy, don't you do this. Boy, don't you do this. And I choose to do it.
That ain't gonna happen.
What you mean? That's why we where we at, because we're not accepting the responsibility.
How much do women actually have an influential importance in most males' lives?
My mama was the greatest influence in my life.
I'm not saying all. I'm not saying all women don't have that, authority and can keep their son on the right line. But for the most part, a lot of women can't do that. They can't teach a lot of boys to be men.
I can't give you that.
But that's your experience.
But that's
No,
statistics.
it's
That's
not
your experience.
That's your
When
experience.
we look at the numbers, we all came from a woman. So how am I able to nurture you
what I'm saying
and
is,
grow you, but I can't influence you?
The woman naturally is the first teacher of the child from when the child is born, almost up to that child is 10 to 11 years old. Once that male starts going through changes, hormones, getting out there, starts seeing different